Rolling up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky. And the thumb. And down to the wrist. Up to the knuckles. And it will do the fingers, thumb and index. Middle finger. Ring. And pinky. Other hand, index. Middle. Ring. And pinky. Go around the back. Switch. 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 And you get the waist through the legs. Switch. 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 And leave the ball on the floor. Says the feet. Step on it right in the middle, foot pressing down 3 times. Up to the knuckles, once on each. Roll across the knuckles. Roll across the top of the ball. Top of the heel. Yes, the top of the ball too. And press down just below the first knuckle. At the side of the top of the heel. And in the middle of the foot metatarsal. Roll down the bone. And scribble. Reassess and repeat on the other foot. 3 times in the middle. Once on each of the knuckles. Roll across. Top of the heel. Three spots. Roll down the bones. And scribble. 3, 2, 1. Get the ball out of the way. Reassess. And shake the tree. 3, 2, 1, center. 2 breaths. This is the way, swing the arm. And center with some ocean wave breathing. Fingers and thumb behind the back at the base of the spine. Step out and gather in starlight. And center. Same thing in the other direction. And center and take some steps forward. And then elbow towards the opposite knee. Lat the opposite heel in the front. And behind. And then take some cross steps with a twist and a punch. Then we're gonna walk, or march, or jog. We're gonna do the standing course set for the legs. No squats. I want to do those. I think I'm gonna sprint myself. You can also just keep walking or running or jogging or hopping, whatever. Just be safe. And I've got 5 seconds in after class. There we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. 10. 20. And 30. 30 buns. Interlace the fingers. Bring the hands up, come up on your toes if you can. And then come down and bend back again. Come back to center, bend to one side. Then bend to the other. Come on back to center. Lower the hands, push out of the chest. Come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Raise the hands up. A little higher. On down and shrug. And swim. Your backstroke. And do a breaststroke. Bend the arms, tap the shoulders. And then give yourself a big bear hug. Exhale, extend the arms out and hold. Bear hug with the other arm on top. Extend and hold. One more time each way. Bring one arm behind the back, press down and in. And then the other. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. Come on down and rotate the neck. Go the other way. Nod. And go your shoulder. Look up. And look down. over one shoulder. And then the other. And then tuck in the chin in the middle and heck like a pigeon. And let's grab a stick. We're going to put it inside the arch of one foot, bring the other leg out, and at that knee, slide down the stick. Stretch the adductors. Go the other way. Come on up. Bring the leg in front of the stick. One leg. Slide down the back. Raise the heel. Wiggle back and forth. Come on up. Press the sole of that foot against the stick. And then the other leg forward. Stick it back. Slide down. Where is the sole and the wiggle? And come up and press the sole of the foot against the stick. And come on up. We're going to do a toting bar routine so the stick goes behind the back, parallel to the spine. And just raise it up and down. And then switch hands and repeat. And bring your stick up overhead and go back and forth. And then bring it down to the shoulders and do 10 bicep curls. Leave it down below the waist. Reverse the grip. Hinge at the waist. Bend your knees slightly. Your head back. And just stand up and go back down. 10 of these. And then go back down, stay there, lift your elbows past your rib cage. Come on up, stick is at the shoulders, raise it overhead. Drop it below the waist, raise the elbows up to shoulder height. Keep it at the shoulders, push out. Bring it around back. Palms facing away from the body. Lift the stick behind you. Reverse the grip and do another 10. Bring it up to the crook of the elbows and twist at the waist. And bring the stick out and bring it to the side. And let's do 10 behind, swing behind. And then the other hand. And then bring it to the middle. Hold on with two hands, one hand or a finger or two, stepping back. Coming up on the toes and then back on the heels. Holding for about a second on each, rocking back and forth about 15 times. And stick down unless you want to hold it, do the standing core and leg exercises. You could also be next to a wall or a chair. Or in the middle of the floor, however you feel safe. And start with some forward kicks 10 times one leg. And then the other. And then we're going to kick back, keeping your knees straight. And the other. And then we go laterally. Look. And then come across, tap and go back. Look. Butt kicks. And then some hip rotations, again, only going as high as is safe. Knee to the same elbow. And then the other. And then you can do the same thing alternating like this, or cross your arms on your chest and go to the opposite elbow. And done. Good. Couple of breaths. And we're doing alternate nostril breathing. Starting with the thumb on the right nostril, breathing into the left, then closing the left, exhaling through the right, inhaling through the right, and then back to the exhale on the left. We'll do 5 rounds. And we're rubbing the hands together. You cultivate chi. And form a chi ball. Centering. Deep breaths. And let us open our hearts. Pausing on inhale, exhaling. Sending it out. And centering with 2 breaths. And bringing down a chi from above. And gathering from below.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
All righty, Richard, you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Gonna do some Tibetans myself. If anybody wants to join. Yeah, good, Jocelyn, great. Going to start with some spins up to 16. No, 11, I'm sorry. 16 is when I do my one-on-one with Richard. Up to 11. And then we're going to take those 2 breaths and move to the floor, where the camera will join us. In the regular version, hands are by the side, the legs are extended, head, neck, and shoulder come up at the same time the legs do. You can modify by putting the soles on the floor. The hands could be behind the lower back or behind the head if your neck is an issue. I'm gonna do some regulars. Let's do 11. And you gotta take 2 breaths. Coming over on our knee. Well, okay. In my knee last night. Stretching and line drive. Looser. All right. We could just lean back If you can't do back extension, but if you can, come back and forward. With your hands on the back of your thighs or glutes. Need nothing for me. Take 2 breaths. And then sit down. In the regular version, legs are extended and you go into inverted table, but you can also keep your both your feet on the floor and do it from there. And again, this is the 11. Good couple of breaths. And turn around. You can do down dog, tabletop to cobra or down dog to left dog. 11. Then come around. And ask the legs. Oh, it feels good this morning. And we'll rotate 6 times in one direction, 5 in the other. Either sitting up or bending down. Pausing in the middle of the last round to stretch out. And do a round of 4-4-4 box breathing in the middle, on the left, and on the right. Here we go. And stretching out. 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. And the left knee. And the right. Come on up. Switch the position of the leg. What was on top goes on the bottom. What was in front goes behind. 5 times in the original direction, 6 in the reverse, and another 3 rounds of box breathing. Here we go. And stretching out. Yeah. All right. And let's, no.
Hey, Tom.